Guys, hey guys, welcome back to a new video. And this is a kind of a contradictory to my Garfield and Friends More Seasons video. Earlier where I said that Lorenzo Music would have to pull double duties at both Garfield and Peter Venkman on real. I I forgot what year Garfield and Friends aired. It aired in 1988, and by then, in the real Ghostbusters, even in my universe, he was already replaced by Dave Coulier. And also, fun fact about my universe: the, these Slimer shorts never came out. Out. These Slimer shorts never came out because Slimer wasn't used that much in real. Let me tell you about real Ghostbusters in my universe. I imagine that. Remember that? Okay, here's where the timeline begins in my universe. With real Ghostbusters. Remember the final scene of Ghostbusters where the Ghostbusters store the proton packs and drive off? Right there. Right there is where the branch and timeline become. In the first episode titled Citizen Ghost, and yes, I'm making Citizen Ghost in my universe the pilot episode real. Of real. The episode begins with the aftermath in the movie. With the aftermath of the movie. Larry. Wait, and also, yes, I would have the designs of the real, of the characters being like how they are on the show. But, and, and, instead of 13 episodes, it's 26. All seasons had 26 episodes. So, besides. Okay. So, yeah. And also, Peck is the CEO of the company. He did. Right? He didn't. He accidentally tripped on the containment unit. He accidentally tripped on it. By accident. Peck even said himself in the first episode real that he means to do that. They mean to do that. Now, the first season of 26 episodes, episode 5, follows them appearing when Egon, of course, walked downstairs after. They still change their uniform. And in case you won't, yeah. Yeah, it's still the same design as in the live, the, 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 the show. But I would include a line to make fun of the fact that Winston doesn't have a mustache, and that in the show's later seasons, he got one because he shaved a little. It turns out he accidentally shaved. Yeah. So yeah, instead of Winston not having a mustache because of no reason, I gave he he shaved it. Yeah, yeah, I say that Winston shaved it. Yeah, I say that Winston shaved it. As they were working on they were able to finally park Ecto 1 back in the container. He said, "Are you sure they will work?" Yeah. Peck said, "Well, your numbers." He mentioned that after they were done. After they were done. done, after they were done, guys, the I don't want you to go back into business until you have a functioning storage facility. Until then, the number been disabled from the phones. I've disabled you guys' number, even though the model is literally who you're going to call. Literally, I've disabled the number. That's why. So, but what about the mail? Right? I'm expecting a big check. That should be coming in a few hours. Wait. Oh, no, the mail hasn't. Wait, mail? Wait. Yeah, what are you expecting, right? A big check. A big check from what? From when we stopped Goes as a Kazarian, we learned. Okay, here's one of the pair. They were all chanting our names as we said Ghost. They all said Ghostbusters, 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 Ghostbusters. They all chanted our name. They all chat. Wait, guys, yeah, they did that in the movie. Yeah, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters. We all said Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters. But as we literally said, and we literally walked up those stairs and battled Gozer the Kazarian. As we turned on our proton packs, blasted. Now, of course, there was, but at the end, one of Ghostbusters. What? Who's gonna pay for all this damage? And we stopped very quickly. Like, who should pay for all this damage? And we said, as turned out the superintendent of the building at least said Ghostbusters. Don't worry, just joking. They didn't add that. Ghostbusters. Insurance will pay for all the damages. But can I give you guys something? Sure, what? A $1,000 check for you stopping Gozer the Kazarian. Instead of well, wait, insurance. Wait, you think ain't gonna say himself? You know what you're doing. As they walked away. You know, I hope he knows what he's up to. You know? Don't worry, insurance will pay for it. Don't worry, insurance will pay for it. I would just say it was an earthquake that did that. Turns out, the insurance did pay for everything. Turns out, insurance did in fact. Hey, guys, in my universe, yeah, in the universe of real Ghostbusters, insurance did literally pay for what happened with Gozer. And the maid actually never filed that restraint. In fact, okay, but back to the first episode. Still happens, they repair the firehouse. Dana says, I'm also looking for a new apartment. Why? Egon, have you been evicted? Not really, it's just decided to move. Hey, Peter. Wait, what did you do that for? Wait, what did you do that for? Hillary said, but, but Egon said, no love. Egon said, Peter, I know that you're in love with Dane, but can you wait until after we're done with the renovation to the firehouse? Oh, sure. Let's see. Over the next couple of episodes, that's all we barely saw the Ghostbusters. We saw only the Ghostbusters working on the firehouse. But in another episode, so titled Going Back to Ghostbusting, as they were working on as it was titled Going Back to Ghost. Yeah, the 5th episode of the first season, titled Going Back to Ghostbusting. Egon still says, I need to check the containment unit. But other than that, I think it's A-okay. And let's film with a nuke. Are you troubled by faint noises in the middle of the night? Have you or your family ever seen Victor or ghosts? If the answer is yes, don't wait another minute. Just pick up your phone and call the professional. Call the Ghostbuster. We're ready to believe. They refilmed the commercial. Just pick up your phone and call the professional. Call the Ghostbuster. We're ready to believe you. And soon enough, they got their. Yeah. Okay, going back to Ghost. Okay, the first 4 episodes had them rebuild everything, and their inner tan jumpsuit was for only the first episode. Guys, a bit of a retcon, but you know me, I like to retcon stuff in my own series. I'm saying that Thomas now in 2015, apparently Annie and Claire Ball, they got misplaced all these years. It wasn't okay, guys, here's what happened. In 2013, Annie and Claire Bell were going in for a refit in 2014. In 2013, Annie and Claire Bell were going in for a refit. But somehow their paperwork got messed up in that same year. They got messed up. Let's start back from a year, because he had so many engines and rolling stock, it was hard to go through it. At that time, Thomas had not taken. Thomas misses it. Guys, I retconned that. Gordon didn't have anything to do. Guys, yeah, Gordon driver, like, that. Look. I have no idea. Yeah, so what really did, Gordon actually said, and he said, and I will make Gordon just shunt him in another short in a little bit. I will make maybe next week going to get shunt based on what happened after the story comic death, which are present day storylines. Why don't I make a season this season? Why not make a present day season? Well, guys, because the stories of the island are not the stories of the island floor or a window into the past. That's all I'm always going to do. Maybe someday, maybe I will have like a season, at least a few episodes then. Guys, I have an idea for how after 1984 or with 1984 how I'm going to do this. I will start to do present day stories. Because between 1984 to 1985, from October 9th, 1984 to September 11, 2001, nothing really eventful happened. Nothing much. Day we stopped playing this plane. No more. So bad that's the reason that back in the 70s they moved away from so yeah that apparently that's one of the main reasons that Albert apparently and guys in my universe, Christopher Wilbur Aubrey had a home here on the island floor. Had a home on the island floor in that universe. I I imagine that in all Thomas Friends universes, they would have like a house. And yeah, yeah. So that's what I meant to say. So they packed up their yeah, they packed up their summer. They packed up their summer. I thought I was thinking that year. The years passed. Probably went up for sale. And I thought, okay, maybe Chris is selling something better. Chris told me that he doesn't want to move back to him. Does not want to sit with him. He outright told me that he doesn't want to move back. Right, 5 years. The last 3 books were written. Oh, in case you aren't aware what Chris was talking about to write to Thomas, this is my URL. Let me just show you. At that time, Thomas, he's already wrote this story, this story, this story, this story, this story, this story, this story. That one, no. That one, no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Guys, he's already wrote this one. Guys, that one, he's already wrote. That one, he's already wrote. That one, he already wrote. That one, he already wrote. That one, he's already wrote. That one, he already wrote. That one, he already wrote. That one, he already wrote. That one, he's 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 already wrote. Guys, I changed my mind. Yeah, these are the. Did I say 3? I meant to say 2. He's not. He yet to write Thomas and Victoria. Yeah, he yet to write Thomas and Victoria. And then finally Thomas and his friends. Guys, the files you go to Thomas and his friends. After 22 books about us. As of 2015, not to those two. Lazy, me, and the stories are lazy, and the stories that's not really a legitimate debate in my universe. This is not a real debate. Called, is Christopher Robin better than his father? The debate has not ended yet. And guys, speaking of ending, I will end the video here in a moment. But guys, I'm actually going to try to do one of my revivals. Like Dragon Tales, like these two are Dinosaur Train Returns to Tyrannon Terrace and Arthur Return to Elwood City will be coming after their game pitches. With only two. Guys, I might do Policeman Malcolm. Yeah, I will do Policeman Malcolm as well as Handy Manny. All of Sheetrock Hills needs fixing. With those two videos, this has been not fun. See you later.